Yo, what up, street dogs, street gods, streamy dog, cod, tog, blog, gog, blogs. Alright, Kim in the house. Alright, some turbo thoughts for us. So, lots of interesting ideas today. Some quick ones. So the first one is I'm over it. Minor annoyances at best, etc. So some thoughts and considerations. First and foremost, in life, right? It's like the Joker said, why so serious, right? I think a lot of us are held back in life because we take minor annoyances and minor things way too seriously, and a better way that we could overcome this is, not take things too seriously and not make a big deal or a big fuss out of things. So the reason I think this is important is that oftentimes in life we become too dark and morose over minor things, and a much more robust, intelligent way to think things is rather to be grateful for the simple things that we got, and have a lofty air of insouciance, indifference, whatever. So like, I'm over it. Someone says to me, super annoying to you, whatever, it's like, like Kanye says, fucking say la vie, right? So same thing, right? Is that we could just say, okay, so what? Even Andy Warhol will say that in life. Whenever there's things that bother you, just say, so what? And just be like, okay, I'm over it. Okay, so some secrets to life, right? The first one is, I think beef liver is the one. It's I went to the local halal market the other day and had 2 pounds of beef liver. Yeah, I slept so good. I woke up today feeling like a demigod. Woke up naturally at 5 a.m. Good thing too is a pro tip. Once you have a kid, after you put your kid down, immediately go to sleep. So we put Sen down around 8 p.m. last night, and then went to sleep around 8:30. I think that's the real big secret to life is after you put your kid down or whatever, don't try to stay up and be cool productive. Not after that, just go straight to sleep. Even let us realize and recognize even the gods sleep, right? Like, read the Iliad, after the day's foils, they all go to sleep. Like, even Hera, when she intoxicated and seduced Zeus, and then, she gave him some, Zeus passed out for a long time, just like guys still do in modern day times. But anyways, so I think the reason why this is such a robust thought theory to life is that there are certain things in our control, certain things outside of our control. And then the thing is, the best way to think is just think of yourself like a demigod or a titan or Zeus, and these little mere mortal ants just trying to throw rocks at you, and you're just like, whatever, right? Some other ways to do it: so eat more beef liver, intermittent fasting, don't drink alcohol, don't drink weed, or don't watch anything on the telly. And some simple thoughts is go to the gym, start doing Kim's patented Atlas lift. I think I'm really onto something. I think I did 720 pounds, I don't remember. 7 plates and 2 10s and 20 on each side. So do the maths. People's trying to become more stoic or mentally strong. I think actually once you are so physically strong, like physiologically strong, right? Rack pull 7 plates, Atlas hold over 7 plates, whatever. I think mentally you also become much more strong and robust and just kind of anti-petty. Like the only bad thing in life is to be small and to be petty and to be weak. the good things is to be strong, mighty, and great. Mega, magnanimous, magnus, great. Greatness is good. So almost like, how come people never talk about this, right? Like, everyone's trying to like, oh, become mentally stronger, more willpower to do it. I think there needs to first be like physical, physiological, muscle-bound strength. And muscle, like, you know, think about Nietzsche, the will to power, etc. Muscle is just a physical embodiment. Embodiment, like, literally means in our body of power. But it's funny too, because a lot of dudes at the gym, like some pro tips. Guys at the gym who I don't, you know, I suppose I don't really find too interesting. Any dude who does too much weightlifting while sitting down or lying on their back is not good. It should all be done standing up, right? Like, think about it this way. So they got like heavy ass dumbbells at the gym, right? Like 150 pounders, at least my gym. Some gyms, they even have 200 pounders. When's the last time you've just seen somebody while standing overhead press a 150 pound dumbbell, right? Or, you know, and this is where my Atlas lift is interesting. It's like, when's the last time you've even seen 7 plates on the squat rack and somebody just lift it up and hold it even for a half a centimeter? Even rack pulls, like, why don't more people do rack pulls? Or like floor bench press, right? Or dumbbell floor press, right? Like, it's so funny because like the heaviest dumbbells at the gym is 150s, and even the hardcore bodybuilders or guys who do chest press whatever all the time, I barely see any dudes hit the 150. I mean, that's like, we have New Year's goals or resolutions or whatever. What are my new goals? I'm just curious. I'm gonna try to do the build up my strength so I could do the 150 pound dumbbell press off the floor. Yeah, dumbbell press, right? I don't know, maybe one day work myself up to 150 pound overhead press, whatever. So I think the best exercises to do are while standing. Very, very simple thought. Just think of yourself as Atlas, right? And so get your physical strength out, your physiological strength up, etc. And also let us realize that, you know, what is the point of physical strength, physiological strength, etc. I think it's a means to greater, you know, thought productivity. Like, think about it this way. It's like, not all thoughts are made alike. And whenever a certain thinker has a certain idea, methodology, whatever, it's always a reflection of the individual at hand. So this is where I'm going to become a little bit, a little, you know, people finna disagree with me, but I'm finna say it anyways, is that, I would never personally trust the thoughts and the philosophies of an individual about courage and strength and stuff like that, who essentially has a beer gut and has never touched a dumbbell in their life. I think there is and there must be a hierarchy of bodies and strength. Also certain thoughts too at the gym, right? Man, like, the more and more I talk to dudes, right, I think like everybody at the gym is like on something, whether it be steroids or testosterone or like some sort of quote, natural testosterone boosting whatever nonsense. I'm like, am I the only dude that I know at the gym who's super strong, who A, does it fasted, B, doesn't even take protein powder? Like, protein powder is probably fine. I will just critique protein powder because I just think it makes you fat. Right? And fat is bad. Like, adipose fat tissue is bad. Yeah, I think it's bad. Even me, right? Like, to lose fat, it's actually super simple. It's simple. It's not easy to implement, but it's simple. Just intermittent fasting, no breakfast, no lunch, one massive dinner a day. Right? 100% carnivore diet. What do carnivores eat? Liver, heart, intestines, right? Just go to the local halal market and buy some. It's the funny thing is it's so cheap too. Like even the beef liver at the halal market, halal is good too because I mean, I just think that everything's just like a little bit more like hygienic. When people say something is halal, I think what they mean to say is this actually more hygienic? So it's typically a good idea. And yeah, I've been getting the super duper monster gains. I mean, proof's in the pudding, right? Let's see. Let's see. All the salty haters giving me looks, Lowry's. All right. So to quote Kanye, and yeah, so I think, in factuality, looks like I'm onto something, right? And I think the reason why I'm a pretty good or interesting role model is because, truth be told, like, I'm like super duper normal. Like, people's like, oh, like, yeah, sure, that works for you. I'm like, it can work for anybody. It's like, I don't know if this is 100% true, but they say that a man's strength or natural testosterone has to do something with the size of their hands or their wrist or something. So like, look at my wrist, right? I have relatively small wrists, relatively small hands. I mean, I look at my dad, right? His physiology, he's like essentially his skinny fat. It's like never touched a weight in his life. And even my mom, I mean, she's pretty stout and strong, but I mean, she ain't like, 7 feet tall Amazonian warrior, right? And so I'm starting to think like more and more all this genetic stuff like that is essentially the new racism 2.0. It's not really grounded in any sort of empirical fact. And yeah, so what drives me, what motivates me, it's I've always just been kind of curious about the limit of a human body that's, all quote quote natural. I mean, certainly nothing we do is 100% natural, right? I mean, coffee ain't natural, right? And I think the problem I find in American society is that everybody is always so scared. Like, I think a lot of weightlifting and the reason why all these dudes take protein powder and pre-workout, whatever, is that like it's a sense of FOMO which actually drives people rather than the lust to conquer or whatever. So for example, so many dudes are afraid of losing out on their gains, but I'm like, so they gotta have protein immediately before and after. I'm like, I found that that's actually not the case. It's like I haven't taken protein powder in like what, 8 years. I'm just like, why don't you just eat more beef? He's like, yeah, but eating too much meat is bad for you. So I think my encouragement to everybody out there is to just think a little bit more critically. Critical means to be a judge, to look at facts, knowledge, and just kind of think about it carte blanche. Like, don't take what people say at face value. Become more intelligent, wise, critical, and just think for yourself.